is up, everybody? UPFRONT Tony here from UPFRONT MMA, and I am back, and I'm going to talk to you today about what just happened at UFC 322. Oh my goodness, complete domination and decimation from Islam Makhachev. Unbelievable. Basically came out and did the same exact thing that Khamzat Chimaev did against Rainier the Ritter. Take him down to the floor, keep him tired, completely immobilized, completely. He made Jack the Madalena look like a crying little baby. The guy's in the corner. His cornerman, his coach is like, Jack, what's the matter with you? Why are you over here crying? You know what I'm saying? Your kids are in the audience, bro. That's like the whole thing. And that's another thing. Don't bring your kids. Don't bring your kids to the fights, guys. Why would you want to do that? If you win, good, they're going to see a nice thing. But if you lose, it's going to be horrifically traumatizing to your own children. Imagine you see your father get completely annihilated by another human being on the biggest stage of planet Earth. And there's nowhere where you can run and hide. You're like, oh, God, yeah, that's my dad. Yeah. It's a horrible thing to put on your children. Now they're never going to be able to look at you the same. They're always going to be like, yeah, Dad, you're real tough. Except for that other guy. I'm going to take a couple jiu-jitsu lessons. I'm going to be borrowing the car anytime I want to. Unbelievable. But yeah, guys. Wow. UFC 322 really emphasized what was already into the stone, that you got to have wrestling, guys. You fighters today, I know striking is beautiful. It's flashy. It's entertaining. But you got these guys who they fall in love with jiu-jitsu and wrestling, and that's all they do. And if you don't do it that often, all they have to do is change the scenario of standing to the floor, and you're completely useless. And a grappler, he's going to know how to strike, so he's fine with you up here in striking. You saw Islam cracked Jack in the calf. Jack was ruined for the whole fight, just from a calf kick. Jack's apparently the striker out of the two. So either way, grapplers, they're going to have striking ability. Everybody knows how to strike a little bit when you're a kid. You know, your dad teaches you, your mom teaches you how to throw punches and watching TV shows. But grappling's something that you got to experience. Grappling is something that you have to do. And you have to have opponents to do it against. You have to have opponents that know what they're doing. You have to have a coach that knows what he's doing and what to tell you what to do in certain situations. Don't get caught in half guard. That's terrible at fight. Yeah, of course don't get caught in half guard. You got to find, and that's the beauty. Let's divulge a little bit here to talk about the half guard situation and why it's so beautiful. So when you take jujitsu, you're taught mount escapes. You're taught how to escape side control. But half guard, that's not something that you're escaping. Guard is guard. Guard means you're protected here. Half guard just means you're half protected as full guard. So there's no escape from half guard. So these guys, nowadays, it's been going on for like 10 years. Back in the day, it used to be you passed the guard, you got the side control, you got the full mount. Nah. They literally, I remember when they started yelling from the sidelines, don't pass, don't pass. I'd be like, oh my God. He just say, don't pass? It would drive me crazy. It would drive me up a freaking wall. Don't pass. That's everything. That's points. That's points on the board. Pass it. 3 points. Or is that a sweep? I don't know. I can hardly even remember anymore. It's points. I've been doing no gi so long. Anyway, enough about me. More about me. So, like I said, when you do grappling, you fall in love with it. You know all the little nuances. Did you see every time there was a little bit of a scramble where Jack thought, ha, maybe I'm going to get out here, and then Islam scrambled just a little bit more. Scrambled just a little more perfectly in the right direction to come out on top. Complete and utter domination. When are these guys going to realize that you're going to have to really get into the dirt with wrestling early on? Or just forget about it. Just relegate yourself to knowing that a guy coming around the corner with the grappling is going to beat you eventually. Personally, I wouldn't be able to stand that. I wouldn't be able to take it. a beautiful thing when you know how to grapple like that. Did you see how Islam had Jack wincing in pain? He wasn't even doing any submissions or joint locks or anything, just pressure. And Jack's like, on the ground. That is so unbehooving of a champion right there. Why would you not train your wrestling more than that? Why? You knew this was coming. And then you got a guy like Craig Jones. Craig Jones is a fantastic grappler. In a grappling match, he would probably beat Islam Makhachev. Probably would beat Bo Nickel. Khamzat, I'm not sure about. I really want to see Gordon Ryan versus Khamzat Chimaev in a grappling match. And then we really get to see who's who. Because Gordon Ryan, you're not going to beat him in a grappling match. It's not happening. And if Khamzat can hang with him, even just hang with him, that'll really say. But Craig Jones is no Gordon Ryan, my friends. But I still think that Craig Jones would beat Khamzat or Islam in a purely grappling match. Just because the focus is there that much more intense. You know, when you're a grand crew level grappler, champagne and caviar level, it's a whole world of difference in being just like black belt world champion level. Like these guys, they get black belts. You know, when they're like Jack Della Maddalena, I guarantee you he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. Purple at least. But I'm here also to tell you that anybody who is a real jiu-jitsu wrestling enthusiast, by the time that they get the purple belt, they would have had a lot more to offer up as an answer against Islam in that position. I mean, there's things that you can do. There's sweeps to get out of these positions, out of half guard. If you really want to sweep, you can get on top. The thing is, these guys, they only do one explosion. As a grappler professional, you know there's only so many ways he can explode. So you've already got it programmed. When this guy goes to go boof, I'm going to go boof. So you have to chain together escapes. You got to bump this way, but you actually meant to go that way. You got to bump. I'm here to tell you, you can park a truck on top of my hips, and you're not going to be able to stand there. I mean, I'm going to be bucking like a maniac. You're not going to hold me down. Why is a guy like Jack Della Maddalena getting held down like that? Just held down. Could you imagine somebody just holding you like that? I'd rather get knocked out or something, man. But just to be sitting and have somebody and you just can't move. You're just sitting there, hey, a fish out of water. Unbelievable. When are they going to realize, UFC fighters, when are they going to realize that grappling is king? Also, we had some other great performances at UFC 322. How about Michael Morales, huh? Kid from Ecuador is going to be a serious problem coming up here in the very future of the UFC. Carlos Prates. Look at him go. Look at him go. I really thought that Leon was going to be more skilled, like just more polished, more experienced, a little less raw. And then he goes and gets his head knocked off. Did you see when Leon got knocked down too? Look back. He had a smile on his face. When he got knocked down, his eyes were open. They were gone. But he had a smile on his face like, ha, 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 ha. And then he got hit again with that second shot, and the smile went away. Ooh, boy. But wow, man, what a great card. For a year of meh. Not too bad. But you know what I want to see, folks? I want to see a grappling match between Islam Makhachev and Khamzat Chimaev. Let's really see who's the big medallion. Who's the big coin, huh? Who's the big kahuna? Man, I want to see that one. You think we'd ever be able to get to see something like that? It'd be pretty cool. Either way, it's enough talking about the UFC for tonight, right now, in this minute or two. As always, RainBet, guys. RainBet.com. Every single day, they give me a pick that wins. And I share that pick with you guys every single day on X at UPFRONT MMA. When is the last time that I've shown you guys a loss? Even I'm starting to wonder, like, one of these picks that I got didn't win. Let me check on today's pick. Who played today? Alexa, who won the Cowboys game? I said Cowboys.
Today, the Dallas Cowboys beat the Las Vegas Raiders 33-16.
Bro, again. Yesterday I said the Eagles. Who won the Eagles? I said Islam Makhachev. Who won Islam Makhachev? I said RoboCop. Go to X.com at UPFRONT MMA. All of my picks are there. I never delete a pick that fails. I can't wait till I get one so it proves that I'm not deleting any. But every single day. Gamble at your own risk. Blah, blah, blah. The only risk you're running with me in the past 2 weeks is the risk of getting rich. So that being said, may Allah save you. May Jesus bless you. May Buddha give you all the information you've been looking for. May the Hindu God keep you from turning blue like he did. And in the Lord's name we pray.